The famous Toyota LandCruiser 70 series is produced inside this factory in Japan. Unfortunately, this model does not meet current emission standards in the United States. You can only buy this heavy-duty LandCruiser in Australia or Asia. Once the pressing is complete, workers inspect and polish all parts of the future bodywork. Japanese car factories have strict work rules. Workers wear safety yellow helmets and workwears. And unlike American car factories, you won't see too many overweight workers. Right now, you are watching the start of production of Toyota LandCruiser J70 and Prado inside Yoshiwara plant. Japanese products are often associated with high quality, durability, and reliability. Japan has a long-standing reputation for precision engineering and craftsmanship, particularly in industries like automotive. Unlike newer Toyota factories, much of the welding of the Toyota LandCruiser is done manually. These workers in the welding shop weld dozens of joints on the car body. The side parts of the body, including the roof and front section, are now attached to the molded floor. This creates the body frame, which is the main skeleton of the entire car. As the last part of the bodywork, these factory workers will use a manipulator arm to add the front section that will house the engine. The finished bodywork will now move to the next workstation, where key parts of the bodywork will be polished and sealed. You are now watching the bodywork being painted. Partly everything is automated, and some parts are sprayed with paint by hand. After painting, the output quality control takes place in an illuminated tunnel. There is a large number of female workers in this workstation. Traditionally in Japan, quality control in Toyota factories has been carried out mainly by women. Once the anti-corrosion coating has been applied and the top coat sprayed onto the bodywork, one final quality check is now carried out. The chassis, including the engine, was produced simultaneously with the bodywork in a separate part of the factory complex. Now the chassis and bodywork will be transported to the main assembly line. You are now watching an important part of the production process called the marriage. In car manufacturing jargon, the marriage is the moment when the body and chassis are joined together. Now, after lowering the body onto the chassis, the body must be firmly attached to the chassis frame. The next step is to connect the wiring harness and connect the engine to the front dashboard. During the main assembly line, windows, lights, seats, and dozens of other parts of the Toyota LandCruiser's interior and exterior are installed. The front window is attached by two workers using extra strong adhesive. Workers use an ordinary hand screwdriver to screw in plastic and metal parts. And for example, they simply clip the front plastic bumper onto the chassis frame. Once production is complete, the Toyota LandCruiser moves on to a wash and then engine performance testing on the dynamometer. A dynamometer, or dyno, is a device for simultaneously measuring the torque and rotational speed of an engine so that its instantaneous power may be calculated. In order to work as one team and react quickly to any problems, all employees must have the same access to uniform information. That's why the Toyota production system places great emphasis on visualization. From the line operator to the engineer, from the maintenance worker to the foreman, everyone needs to know instantly how the production process is going at any given time. Constant quality checks, highly trained staff and the materials used make the Toyota Cruiser 70 series a very durable and reliable car. This is why it is so popular among its owners, and it is a great pity that it is not possible to buy it in the USA. According to Toyota LandCruiser owners, the best engine is the 4.2-liter 1HZ engine. This engine is known for its robust construction and durability. It has a cast iron block and cylinder head, making it capable of withstanding tough conditions and heavy use. The Toyota LandCruiser Prado is a full-size, all-wheel drive vehicle that is classified as a light-duty variant. You are now watching the welding of the chassis the old-fashioned way. The workers are bent over, protecting their eyes with welding goggles. This process of welding the bodywork is now quite rare, and Toyota's car factories are rapidly turning the job over to robotic welding robots. These workers inside a car factory in Japan are on average wages. However, some jobs inside the factory are well above average pay, management positions, and positions as engineers in the development and control of robots. The Toyota LandCruiser is almost identical to the Lexus GX. The Prado has been in production since 1984 and belongs to the full-size SUV class. Body style is either 3-door or 5-door. Layout front engine and 4-wheel drive. The quality of these cars is evidenced by real stories of how these cars have covered distances of over 500,000 miles. LandCruiser's cost starts from $85,000, which is a lot compared to other U.S. SUVs, as Ford Expedition starts at $51,000 or Chevrolet Suburban has a starting price of $52,000. So compared to its competitors, LandCruiser has a huge retail price all over the world. Please write me your opinion on the Toyota LandCruiser below the video in the comments section. LandCruiser Prado has a ladder frame chassis, 2-speed transfer boxes, and rear beam axles. The J70 platform has a front beam axle, while the J90, J120, J150, and J250 platforms have front independent suspension. In 2007, Toyota's car exports reached a record high of over 2.7 million units, but fell to 1.6 million units by 2010 due to the global recession in 2008 and 2009. Toyota Motor Corporation was founded by the Toyota family. The word Toyota uses 10 Japanese strokes to write, while Toyota uses only 8. 8 is considered a lucky number in Japanese culture. For these reasons, Toyota was chosen as the company's name. The main cause of wastage is defects and faults. The energy spent on removing them adds no value. That is why every employee is also a quality controller. If he detects a problem, he immediately stops the production process, and the defect does not get further into production as a result. In addition to the problem, he can also eliminate the cause at the point of origin. Finding the cause of defects or problems and eliminating them is the key to top quality cars. Kaizen means continuous improvement, which is one of the pillars of the Toyota production system. Kaizen is even minimal improvements that help increase production efficiency. Toyota uses the Kaizen philosophy in manufacturing it means they are never completely satisfied with the status quo. Even the few seconds that are saved in the production of a single car is a big saving in the long run. Over 300,000 LandCruisers were produced at Toyota factories last year. More than 11 million of these four-wheel drive cars have been produced since production began in 1951. Currently, LandCruiser models are divided into three categories: station wagon, heavy duty, and light duty. The most basic version is the Heavy Duty series, which prioritizes functionality, durability, and off-road capabilities over comfort or technology. It is also characterized by flatter steel body panels and a near-vertical greenhouse. Models considered as heavy-duty by Toyota are the BJ, FJ, 20, 40, and 70 series. The station wagon series of the LandCruiser has more emphasis on comfort and interior space. Models considered as part of the station wagon series are the 55, 60, 80, 100, 200, and 250 300 series. Since the 70 series, the light-duty series has been offered. Primarily tuned for the European market, it was intended to be a more comfortable version of the heavy-duty series by adopting coil spring suspension, while being smaller and more affordable than the station wagon series. Since 1990, the light-duty series gained an additional moniker for some markets, Prado, coinciding with the release of the 90 series LandCruiser that was designed to be more comfort-oriented. Light-duty models included the 70 wagon, 90, 120, 150, and 250 series. Availability of these series varies by market. Until 2021, the United States and Canada received the station wagon model, but switched to the smaller light-duty model with the release of the 250 series in 2023. Most of Europe received the light-duty model, while only several European countries also received the station wagon model. Over 40,000 Toyota LandCruisers of all models are sold in Australia each year. LandCruisers, and to a lesser extent Nissan Patrols, are the only vehicles that will stay in on piece on outback Australian roads. All the others fall to bits. Now I'm going to show you how the popular Toyota Highlander is also made in a factory in Indiana. The Toyota Highlander is a mid-size crossover SUV with three-row seating produced by Toyota since 2000. The fourth generation of the Toyota Highlander, called Kluger in some countries, is currently in production. With over 7,000 employees, Toyota Motor Manufacturing Indiana is the largest employer in the Evansville area. Compared to the previous generation, there is increased cargo room behind the third row, and support was added for Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. Every Toyota Highlander car undergoes a rigorous quality inspection at the end. In this video, you can see the differences in the processes inside Toyota's Japanese factory and American factories. Factory workers wear different working clothes, but otherwise the production process is very similar. Once completed, The cars are loaded onto trucks and shipped to car dealerships across the United States. This is the start of production of the third best-selling car in the U.S., Toyota RAV4. Welcome inside the Toyota factory near Georgetown, Kentucky. This factory has been upgraded to Toyota New Global Architecture for the production of the new Toyota RAV4. Therefore, there is a higher degree of robotization, and the latest manufacturing processes are being introduced within Toyota. These workers you're watching right now work much of the day on the chassis of a car that is lifted. For this reason, they wear a special harness that acts as a relief for their shoulders. This Toyota Motor Manufacturing Kentucky is Toyota's largest car manufacturing plant in the world. Last year, these employees produced over 470,000 Toyota RAV4 in the United States. Toyota RAV4 engines are assembled on a separate assembly line. "26% of female employees work at this Toyota plant in Kentucky. Workers wear protective gloves, goggles, and a cap with the Toyota logo. The finished engines will now be transferred to the main assembly line. Manufacturer suggested retail pricing starts at $28,700 with the LE grade equipped with FWD. As you can see right now, a large number of employees are needed in the production of engines. It's a highly individualized job that can't be replaced by robots. In addition, the Cambridge, Ontario plant also produces transmissions and engines for Toyota. The RAV4 is Toyota's best-selling SUV, and the same high standards for quality that North Team members apply to the Corolla are now being applied to this Toyota. These workers are then responsible for the quality of all leather and embroidered elements in the car's interior. On the Toyota RAV4's main assembly line, logistics and smooth operation are the biggest challenges. Average hourly pay in this factory ranges from about $20 per hour for a production worker to $40 per hour for a tool and die maker. Toyota RAV4 Hybrid is Toyota's best-selling hybrid car ever. In North America, RAV4 is assembled at 3 facilities, 1 in Kentucky and 2 in Ontario, the last of which is dedicated solely to this Toyota. Once the bodywork is complete, the finished chassis is added. This part is called the marriage. Doors are always removed at the beginning of the assembly line and reinstalled last after the interior is finished at the end of production. RAV stands for Recreational Active Vehicle. In quality control, inspectors go through all parts of the car to ensure that everything has been manufactured without error. Toyota RAV4 is a smaller SUV that has been in production since 1996. Just-in-time refers to the system which allocates parts to a vehicle as the vehicle is rolling down the production line. On August 22, 2016, the Toyota RAV4 started production as the second model to be produced at the Russia plant. On 23 September 2022, Toyota officially closed the Toyota Motor Manufacturing Russia plant. Before the car is loaded onto the train and sent to its future owners, it is driven around a test track. This is the Woodstock factory in Canada. More than 8,500 factory workers assemble the latest Toyota RAV4 here. Bodywork welding in this factory is carried out by these Nachi industrial robots. RAV4 is Canada's most popular SUV, with more than 58,000 units sold last year. The vast majority of cars from this Canadian factory are destined for export to the United States. It is for this reason that the Toyota carmakers fear the introduction of a tariff policy by Donald Trump and have demanded an exemption. Setting tariff policy is critical for Toyota. This is because of the interlocking supply chains between Toyota's factories in the United States and Canada. The finished car body is now moved to the next station using automated belts and feeders. "40,000 parts make up one vehicle. It's in every aspect of the 5 primary processes: stamping, welding, painting, assembly, and inspection. Every Toyota car you see on the road is made in a plant just like this, with so many people working together, all with care and craftsmanship. A special sealant is now applied to the designated areas and joints. In these illuminated LED tunnels, the cars are ready for quality control. Some elements of the bodywork must be assembled by trained workers. Robots cannot do this. Robots are suitable for a wide range of activities. Ideally, they can be used for identical repetitive activities such as carrying heavy things. The bodywork is thoroughly inspected and bumps are hand polished. After painting, the body is transported to the main assembly line at the factory. Here, the wiring and other elements of the car will begin to be assembled. Most of the plastic and metal parts of the car are simply snapped onto the bodywork by the employees. They also add the Toyota logo and our AV4 lettering. Since this Toyota RAV4 is a plug-in hybrid electric, it now inserts a battery cell that is under the seats in the rear of the car. Employees can easily attach the front and rear window of the car in this way. The windows are easily glued on. Employees receive payment bonuses if they complete their work faster, but are penalized if they slow down the production process. The production process is like a giant jigsaw puzzle. Piece by piece, the new Toyota RAV4 is slowly but surely being built. The slow-moving belt guarantees continuous production speed. Employees must complete everything within a fixed time. The logistics of the production process ensures precise timing. Components must be on the main assembly shop floor at the exact moment. The front and rear bonnet that is pre-manufactured in another part of the factory and delivered to the main assembly line already finished in one piece. The hood and rear bonnet is pre-manufactured in another part of the factory and delivered to the main assembly line already finished in one piece. All 4 wheels are firmly secured with 5 massive lug nuts like most other cars. Toyota RAV4 come with bronze-colored wheels with all-terrain tires as standard equipment. Now the Woodstock factory workers will perform the final output quality control. According to the checklist, dozens of things are checked on the car: lights, horn, brakes, engine performance, and much more. This is the main assembly line of the Toyota Sequoia at Toyota Motor Manufacturing in Texas. The Toyota Sequoia has truly exceptional power and torque while minimizing fuel costs and carbon footprint. All new Toyota Sequoia lives up to its powerful and legendary namesake thanks to a head-turning new look, luxurious comfort, and the perfect blend of performance and efficiency. The connection between the car body and the chassis is called the marriage. It is automated in this part of the assembly line. On this assembly line, employees assemble the car's interior, connect the wiring, attach the chrome elements, and assemble the hood. It is available in 5 unique trims that include SR5, Limited, Platinum, TRD Pro, and the new Capstone Luxury trim. It is available in 5 unique trims that include SR5, Limited, Platinum, TRD Pro, and the new Capstone Luxury trim. This new Toyota Sequoia offers a maximum towing capacity of up to 9,000 pounds, nearly 22% more than the previous generation. This is the Toyota overplant in Portugal. The complete Toyota Dyna truck is manufactured here. The Toyota Dyna is a medium-duty truck with a commercial cab. It has been manufactured in Portugal since 2003 and has found its place among small businesses, construction workers, and logistics professionals. Approximately 300 workers work inside this factory. Between 2022 and 2023, the sales of Toyota-branded cars in Europe increased roughly 8%, from 767,100 units to nearly 828,500 units. The Toyota brand had a market share of 7% in 2023. Over the years, the Toyota Caetano Portugal plant, located in Over, has produced some of the most popular models of the brand, such as Corolla, Corona, Starlet, LandCruiser, Hilux, Hiace, and Dyna. Toyota has only 8 factories in Europe. It produces cars, engines, and transmissions for all EU countries. This Caetano plant in Portugal is the only Toyota factory in Southern Europe. Now a factory worker is working on the chassis and then adjusting the lights and steering. At the end of the assembly line, the engine performance is tested on a dynamometer. Now, every Toyota Dyna light truck will be taken to the test track immediately next to the factory. Test drivers will test horns, wipers, turn signals, and much more. At the end, they'll go through a special wash line. After washing, it is still continued for quality control. Here, inspectors check the paintwork under a harsh light. These medium-duty trucks are especially popular in Japan. This is mainly due to the minimal size. The latest U600 and U800 series are currently available with manual or automatic transmissions. The main competitor for this light-duty truck Toyota Dyna is mainly Mitsubishi Fuso. This is the manufacturing process at the Georgetown, Indiana factory. Right now, body parts are being pressed for the Toyota Sienna. Welding is performed with high precision because it greatly affects the car's stability. Despite being hybrid only, Toyota claims that the fourth generation Sienna can still tow the same 3,500 pounds capacity as the third generation model. Over 6 million cars have been built here since the factory was established in 1996. Toyota Sienna is also sold in Taiwan, Mexico, and China. After the bodywork has been painted, it's time for another thorough paint check and manual application of sealant. At Toyota Motor Manufacturing, Indiana, employees work in tandem with robots to help increase efficiency. All car parts must be on the main assembly line at the right time and in the right place. Since its debut in 1997, Toyota has sold more than 2.2 million Sienna models. The main reason for the great popularity of the Toyota Sienna is that inside it is extremely versatile and offers plenty of comfort in the rear seats. You are now watching the start of the Toyota Corolla production process at the Mississippi plant. The production process starts in the press shop. Here, the steel plates are used to produce the individual body parts. The plant has a production capacity of 170,000 cars per year and employs over 2,100 Toyota employees. After finishing the body of a Toyota Corolla, factory workers here check for bumps and dents. Produced since 1966 and across 12 generations, more than 53 million Corolla models have been sold throughout the world as of the summer of 2024. Some parts are welded by hand by employees. The 12th generation Toyota Corolla is currently being produced here. Once the bodywork is completed and checked, the car moves from the welding shop to the paint shop. The body paint is applied in 3 coats. At the end of the process, a quality control is carried out. Now the Toyota Corolla will move from paint to the main assembly line at this Mississippi plant. Toyota factory worker will provide insulation, connect the wiring. The cars move on a moving conveyor belt across the factory. The car doors are assembled in another part of the factory. They are fitted to the car as the last thing so that employees can easily get inside the car. Toyota Motor Corporation achieved a cumulative global production volume of 300 million cars this year. The Toyota Corolla is now finished and ready to be transported to its future owner. Although the vast majority of Toyota Corolla cars were faultless, 12% of owners told us that their cars had several problems. production process for the latest Toyota Corolla SE begins with body welding. From stamping, shaped parts are then put together in welding. It is here where the beautiful shape of the car comes together. These welding robots from Kawasaki are programmed to work with the precision of an inch. They have the advantage of 24/7 operation and do not need to be paid any salary. The doors, hood, and trunk door, among additional parts, are attached to the assembled body. Then, with a human touch and visual check, an inspector confirms quality. Brackets and mechanical feeders are very helpful to the factory staff when assembling the wheels. The employee tightens all 5 screws to a predetermined force with a special screwdriver. As many as 3,000 parts are installed in a line more than half a mile long. The doors are temporarily removed to create space to work. A shiny new Toyota Corolla SE now sits in the giant parking lot. Soon it will be taken to the car dealerships. This is the start of production of the latest Toyota Corolla Cross in the United States. By size, the Corolla Cross is positioned between the smaller CHR, with which it shares a platform, and the larger RAV4. All cars are checked for quality at the end of the production line. The car's paintwork must be of the highest quality and absolutely free of scratches. Interior components such as electrical wiring and the ceiling liner, followed by the engine, brakes, and other undercarriage components, are installed. Then bumpers, tires, seats, windshield, and rear glass are installed. This is the main assembly line in Texas, where the latest Toyota Tundra model is being final assembled. In total, more than 200,000 Toyota Tundra cars are produced each year at this Texas plant near San Antonio. Last year, over 125,000 Toyota Tundras were sold in the United States and over 13,000 in Canada. After being on the market for more than a decade, the Tundra had about 17% of the full-size half-ton market. All Tundra engines and transmissions were built in the United States. When designing the Texas plant, Toyota arranged for 21 key Tundra suppliers to set up factories on the same site to avoid logistical issues. Tundra has 75% North American parts. It is therefore a truly American product for the most part. Thousands of cylinder heads are produced daily at this Toyota plant in Missouri. Cylinder heads are like the lungs of an engine. They're key to controlling airflow in and out of the cylinders and fuel deployment. Toyota Motor Manufacturing, Missouri uses recycled aluminum for production. More than 1,000 employees make more than 2 million cylinder heads per year. The size of this Missouri plant is 550,000 square feet. Operation: low pressure casting, core, and die casting. Once assembled, inspectors confirm that correct parts are installed on a vehicle and then look for any scratch or dent. Next, inspectors check and adjust the lighting fixtures, gauges, and any unusual noises, then confirm the gas pedal and brake pedal for effectiveness. This is Toyota's first manufacturing plant in North America, Long Beach, California. Today, with the help of more than 350 employees, Toyota Long Beach, California is a primary supplier of parts for Tacoma trucks and past model service parts. The plant creates stamped parts, steering columns, catalytic converters, welds subassemblies, sheet metal, and aluminum components. In 95% of cases, the finished parts are transported by rail. The factory is therefore very well connected to the rail network. These parts, once completed and packaged, are then transported to other Toyota factories throughout the United States. Toyota Auto Body California also assembles stamped parts and welded subassemblies. Over the years, Toyota Auto Body California core capabilities of stamping, welding, and painting parts have remained a constant. Only vehicles that have passed all of these rigorous inspections are delivered to customers. All of this is done every day for each and every vehicle shipped domestically and throughout the world. Each employee has a fixed job description and is perfectly trained in its execution. Every employee must wear an orange safety helmet and safety glasses. However, thanks to strong unions, employees can wear whatever clothes they feel comfortable in, as you can see right now. In 1995, Toyota California began mass production of the Tacoma, a pickup truck designed exclusively for the North American market. A mid-size pickup truck in Tacoma suits most people's daily routine of excellent fuel mileage, depreciation, and low ownership cost. High noise levels are unavoidable in car factories. The best way to protect the noise is to use earplugs. Tacomaness means high lift, big tires, slim body, and a powerful athletic stance. The fourth-generation Toyota Tacoma has been in production since last year. It is available in both gasoline-powered and gasoline hybrid. This is Toyota Motor Manufacturing, West Virginia. It is Toyota's only combined engine and transmission plant in North America. Additionally, it is the only Toyota manufacturing plant in North America to produce hybrid transaxles. The $2 billion facility employs approximately 2,200 team members under a nearly 2 million square foot facility. Toyota is the world's most valuable automotive brand, overtaking Mercedes-Benz and Tesla, according to the latest Automotive Industry 2025 report. The percentage of women in this factory is steadily increasing, so if you are interested, be sure to apply for a job here. Great emphasis is placed on accuracy and flawlessness in this work. In the case of engines, there is no other way. This factory was established in 1996. Since then, it has produced over 1.2 million units. The working environment here is relatively pleasant, and in my opinion, It is better to move around in a factory than to sit in front of a computer screen all your life. Producing 1/3 of Toyota's engines in the United States at its 1.3 million square foot facility. Toyota Motor Manufacturing Alabama is the only plant to build 4-cylinder, V6, and twin-turbo under one roof. This factory is located near the town of Huntsville. The facility was built in 2003. Toyota Manufacturing. Tennessee builds engine blocks for cars, SUVs, and trucks assembled in North America. In 2021, Toyota established itself as the world's #1 seller, with a total of 10.5 million vehicles sold around the world. Volkswagen comes in at second place, not far behind, with 8.82 million vehicles sold. Toyota Tennessee produces nearly 2 million engine blocks and more than 1 million transmission cases and housings per year. This plant in Jackson, Tennessee is one of Toyota's smaller factories. Only about 500 employees work here. Factory employees are trained on how to assemble all engine components. They start on a computer. Regardless of the model, the production of all Toyota cars begins with the pressing of steel plates. Toyota is a Japanese automaker, that much is certain. The Toyota nameplate has become increasingly well known over the years because to the high quality and dependability of the vehicles it produces. These parts are then welded together by robots to form the body of the car. This is followed by anti-corrosive spraying of the bodywork and then painting of the bodywork. The car is moved within the factory using sliding tracks and cranes. After painting, the body is moved to the hall, where all parts of the car are gradually added to the interior. Toyota vehicles are renowned for their durability and reliability. Many consumers trust Toyota for long-lasting vehicles with lower maintenance costs.